Welcome in the tournament director for the Australian Open, Craig Tiley, on the program. Thank you so much for taking some time to join us, Craig. Obviously, day 4 of the Aussie Open, but you had qualies the week before. You've been at this all year long. We've had some upsets. We had João Fonseca shock the world, maybe not shock the world, but certainly Andre Rublev. What's gone best? What surprised you so far?
Well, we've had some great matchups. The opening week was fantastic, record crowds through the gate, and now started the main draw. We started Sunday, which was again a first for us, the second time this year. But we've got not only great matchups, but the crowds have been magnificent. So that's probably been our biggest surprise. So many people coming out to watch the great matches, and what we used to see in the second week of these Grand Slam events, we're now seeing in the first week, the first day, with the matchups, the length of the matches, and the intensity of the competition. So there's a big buzz around here. I don't know if you're getting that sense coming through your screens, but there's a big buzz about the quality of the tennis.
Mr. Tiley, always a pleasure to see you, sir. Glad everything's going so great over there. Lots of new innovations all over, but perhaps the most notable, coaches on floor level, coaches able to interact a bit more with the players. How has that been reviewed at your end?
Well, you know, Prakash, you know me well, is that I think the coaches are part of the show. I think in tennis, we're too conservative. We put them up in the stands, and then it just becomes about the battle of the player on court. And the interactions with the coach and the player being magnificent. There were obviously a bit of trepidation at the beginning with some of the coaching groups, but once they saw one or two do it and it worked really well, the rest are onto it. So we're getting close to about 95% of the coaches sitting on court. It's making a difference. You can see the interaction with the players. Players come back. How great are some of those shots with Andy Murray giving Novak Djokovic some advice, and we wouldn't have seen that if Andy was sitting up in the stands. So it's working well. It's a unique concept, and I think the coaches are going to be demanding that around the world moving forward, that they want to have those good sight lines, ability to communicate, and who knows, maybe eventually we have them sitting on the bench with the players.
We've got some beautiful shots out of it. No red button yet, though, like at United Cup, right? Not going that far so far.
That was the red button of the United Cup. I don't think we were doing it this Australian Open, but I've got a few red buttons in my office, but not yet installed.
Craig, whenever we come down as players, it really is just one of the most pleasurable experiences for us, because you guys do so much to make it very enjoyable for us, off the court, on the court, and I know you always continue to innovate on that side for the players. What are some of the things you've done this year for them?
Well, certainly one of our key things is to always make sure that the players, when they come down, they get a different experience. And so year on year, they feel like it's new each time. And whether it be gifting, this year we've got have some great gifts for the players. Haven't seen you yet, Prakash, to get yours, but there's been some great gifts for the players. We have a whole new culinary experience for them with new caterers, new hospitality. Obviously, we've increased their travel grant, we've increased their per diem, and then we've really focused this year on the coaches. We have a coaches concierge service, coaches being on court, coaches being profiled, and all the data we've pulled together for the coaches to be able to use when they're coaching the players. So I think there's a significant initiative for coaches this year, for their PSTs, their support groups. And the players, we're getting great feedback from the players. The setup again is a bit different. Extra gyms, extra space to train, pre-match preparation, post-match preparation, recovery rooms. I think there's everything you can possibly think of that a player needs and sometimes doesn't need, we've provided it.
If Prakash shares with me, I'll send you the address and get that nice gifting suite right here at Tennis Channel. Craig, I read before the tournament that you said Coco Gauff will do the job this year, get it done, win her first Australian Open. Got through a tough first round against Sofia Kenin. What makes you believe this is the year for Coco?
She finished the year so strong, is coming to the year playing great. The women's tennis at the United Cup, the women's tennis matches were the best. They were unbelievable matches. Coco, I felt, played the best, and I have a keen eye on her doing well. New Balance, similarly, are one of our partners. She's, it was great. We work on helping promote her in our region, in the Asia-Pacific region. She's very well liked by the fans. She'll become very popular very quickly, as well as by our team. And we think it's Coco's time to win down in Australia. And we think she's playing the best tennis coming in.
Craig, I know everyone wants to get behind the great Aussie stories that are coming and making noise throughout the Australian Open, but it's hard to argue most of the Australian eyeballs were probably on Nick to see how Nick was going to come back and bounce back. What did you make of his singles match and the possibility that that might have been his last one in Australia?
Well, I never know with Nick whether it's his last one, first one, and neither does anyone else. But Nick will decide that. But it was good to see him back. It was very clear that he wasn't match fit and match prepared, I should say, because and he said that himself. If you haven't played that long at this level, you're going to need a few matches to get under your belt to be good at. But it was unbelievable the amount of people that want to get into the stadium to watch him play and compete. He's still got doubles coming up with Thanasi Kokkinakis, and that's going to be an interesting scheduling decision because you can't put them on a small court because there's this insatiable desire by many Australians and fans to come out and watch him play.
Craig, as a former NCAA championship college coach yourself, you got to be excited. 29 collegiate players in the singles main draw. We had some incredible college tennis matchups last night. What do you make of that? And do any of these college players have what it takes to win it all this year?
Well, I love it. I love having the college players here competing in the first round, winning matches. I mean, we mustn't forget João Fonseca committed to go to college in the US, then decided not to go because you're doing so well so early. So anytime we profile college tennis, it is the best development ground for players to participate and compete in. And I'm a massive fan anytime there's a college player. In fact, they may get a little bit of advantage the whole time a college player just because we want to support college tennis. But I think this year you got to. I think all of them with that number, which I think may be one of our largest number of college players ever in the main draw of the Australian Open. I think a few of them you'll have a look. They'll make some runs because they're used to the competitive nature, but they're starting out the year. And as I've always said, if you come to Australia and you're well prepared, you had a great preseason, you've acclimatized yourself, you have a good shot to go all the way.
All right. I think we just got our master class. You know, we got our degree from Craig Tiley just now. Always appreciate the time, Craig. Enjoy the rest of the tournament and hope to talk soon.
Hope to talk soon. Enjoy the rest. It's going to be some good stuff. Enjoy.